Hi, everybody. This is Sam Flanagan here again, the director of the Amethyst short series first season, and also managing director of Amethyst Productions. Welcome back for another commentary. This time we're going to be looking at the longest short out of all of these, Cold Feet. Cold Feet, for those who haven't seen it, is about a woman and a man on a date, and you can hear the woman's internal thoughts as she tries to impress the date. So it stars Danny Shepherd as Holly, who is here. James Darby as Max, who is the date, and also Alex Clark as Michael, the waiter. So the main idea of this actually came from the co-writer of this short, which was Charlotte Huller. Charlotte starred in Dress to Impress, and I brought her on board for this one as she was wanting to get more experience as a writer. And her idea was that whenever she was on a date, she would always think about things in her head. Um, Things that that she would try and do, or things that she would say over to herself to not do, but then she'd end up doing. And so that was the main premise for Cold Feet. So we wanted to take a date and try something different with it, which is where the internal thought idea came from. So throughout the entirety of it, you would hear Holly's internal thoughts. Um, so yeah, that's like the general idea for it. Big shout out to Zara's, which unfortunately is no longer a restaurant anymore. However, the guy who, the restaurant owner, should I say, he was very, very helpful, and yeah, yeah, it was fantastic. It kind of goes to show that if you do have a shot, if you do have a really good idea, then there are definitely going to be people out there that can help you with it. So anyone who does have like a short idea or anything like that, um, make sure just to ask, because you never know who actually might be interested to actually help you with it. Um, any secrets really about Cold Feet I can guess. Because again, it was a long, long time since we filmed this. I think this was one of the last ones that we actually did end up filming. The main premise with the story was for it to like ultimately just go on like a downward spiral. You can clearly tell that that Holly here is just really, really wanting to impress Max. First of all, by lying that she's a teacher instead of working for McDonald's. Um, upon reflection, McDonald's is obviously an easy job to do for people. Um, However, bear in mind this was written quite a while ago. So with this one, I included this sometimes whenever you talk to people and you can clearly tell that they're like not listening and just nodding their head. We wanted to try to include this into it. I think I remember that I was gonna like maybe have the internal monologue be like how attractive Max was. You can clearly see like how awkward everything is. Awkward comedy is something that's really, really prevalent in these shorts, as you can tell. Um, yeah, but I think this one is definitely one of like the most awkwardest out of all of them. Um, those huge windows behind Alex Clark, that was an absolute pain in the editing process. For those who are unfamiliar with natural light and everything, especially from like huge windows when they're coming in, it's an absolute nightmare. And I didn't realize this when we did the high angle shot. That one right there, when we did the high angle shot of Alex, I had no idea that the windows would be a huge problem. I didn't think of that during the time. Unfortunately, I don't think that anyone else on the set also noticed it too. However, thanks to color grading and thanks to different plugins and all that, it doesn't look that bad. Upon reflection, we maybe would have done it the reverse way. Um, yeah, a little tidbit for those unaware. Please make sure that you do not.
Sorry, were you
Please make
actually
sure
here
that
for
you
one of
don't do
them?
what we've done.
Get it together, Holly. You've been in here for over 15 minutes now. You're overthinking this all. He's a nice, normal guy who drinks wine and is a pesco whatever he said he was. He hasn't walked out yet, so I'm
So the
just
main crutch
concentrating.
from what Charlotte Huller
How's that work
wanted
out
to
there
adopt
between
into
you
the
and Sal?
script is how nervous and
Hey,
overthinking
everything
she
okay?
sometimes
You
said
dropped
that
off a
she would
while
get
ago.
Yeah,
usually
everything's fine. It's
with
just that,
a
you know, don't say it.
with being on a date.
Everything's.
Um, that whole toilet scene, you'll see
Yeah,
it later on, but that whole like toilet scene and everything, that's sort of like
Well,
a safe
2 weeks
haven
ago, my mother was in
for her.
a horrific car accident, which ended
Yeah,
in
well,
her
this is
death.
with the whole car
Now,
accident
he was
thing.
here and basically said that
I
she was
don't know where this came
a
from
young
in the
article
writing
and
process.
if it wasn't
I
true,
really
she'd
don't.
die but once. So,
But
on the way
there it
to
is.
hospital, she died in the ambulance.
that's
I
horrible.
think the main thing from it
I'm so
mostly
sorry.
came with like people who like fabricate lies sometimes, making
Not to
things like
sound rude,
out
but how
that were like a
exactly
lot
did that
worse
happen?
than what they normally are.
She made nice food.
Right.
I do love in that one shot how Danny Shepard doesn't blink or anything like that.
You need to calm down,
Um,
Mrs. Brown.
right, this here, I feel really bad for putting her through this. The amount of times that she would have to that she would have to drink this, and bless her heart and everything, she did manage to do this like in one gulp. Um, but obviously, you know, as an actor
I'm really
and
sorry,
everything, I
Mrs.
can
Brown.
imagine
You nasty?
how stressful that would be. But she did it in the end. She ultimately did it in the
Excuse
end.
me again. Sorry.
Um, got to appreciate the commitment. And I do like how with that shot there, when she's throwing up, how it does actually sound realistic. She put more of the it's blackcurrant juice, by the way. It's not actually wine, but she did put some more of the blackcurrant juice in her mouth and then spit it out. Very easy, very simple. Yeah. Looking back at this as well, there's a lot of
Excuse
empty
me.
space in
How
here.
does that
Obviously,
work out the
we
ambulance
tried to
side
fill it
effects
out
then?
with as many people, as many extras, and thank you
It's
all
all
for
right.
whoever.
Mate,
Again, we filmed this ages ago. Whoever it was that helped us with the extras and stuff like that. Um, but looking back at it, there is a lot like a lot of free space there.
that's
So yeah, Max has ultimately left. He's basically bailed on her,
Fancy going
and
out
she's
together?
giving in and just having the fish.
yeah. Why not?
But we did leave it a bit of a happy ending. So even though that Max has left, she has asked Michael out. Um, so yeah, yeah. Overall, I think that Cold Feet it was one of those ones that I am happy with ultimately, and I am very happy with the way it all turned out. So that's episode 4. We'll see you in episode 5. Place your bets. See you all there.